Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. First and foremost, I'd like to start this lesson by giving all praises, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rcha, Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and taught me this 100% truth. Salutations unto the 144,000 doing the work of the Lord in all truth, honor, and sincerity. And shalom to the 1/3 men, women, and children who believe in this word being taught unto them. You know, I came across this article yesterday, and the title of the article is Tucker Carlson says UFOs are piloted by spiritual entities with bases under the ocean and the ground. All right, so as you may or may not know, Tucker Carlson is the, shall we say, infamous CNN news presenter. He's no longer with them. I believe he got fired. Not too sure on the reason why, but he's quite a controversial character, you can say. He ever since he's kind of done his whole thing independently, he's gone to Russia to do an interview with Putin, and then of course now this is dated April the 19th, 2024, and now you see this, once again, Tucker Carlson says UFOs are piloted by spiritual entities with bases under the ocean and the ground. So we're going to read, I think it's quite an interesting read. So, we're going to read through the article, see what it says. And, we're going to pull out the scriptures as well, man, of course. It says Carlson weighed in with his UFO theories on the Joe Rogan Experience podcast. The Fox News vet stated UFOs don't behave according to the laws of science. Yes, because as you said, these vehicles are operated by spiritual entities, man, which are the angels, oldie but goodie, man. I brought this out in a while. Let's bring it out real quick. Psalm 68. Was it verse 17? Yep. Psalm 68 and 17. The chariots of the Most High are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them as in Sinai, in the holy place. Alright, so these so-called UFOs, which really are IFOs, alright, identified flying objects. We've identified them with the scriptures. Okay? So these angels are the ones that travel around in, what the world describes as UFOs, man. But you see, Esau Edom has sold you the lie that you have these green Martians, all right, or these if you watch American Dad, these Roger-looking aliens, right, that go around in these UFOs, man, because Esau, he wants to deceive you, man. Job 13:4 says, for ye are forgers of lies, ye are physicians of no value. All right, all these Edomites do is lie, man. Their whole entire kingdom is built off of lies. All right, so you can't expect a clean thing to come out from an unclean thing, man. All right, Esau Edom he's the basest of men. All right. He don't forget, really, they're leprous, man. And leprosy, that's a disease. All right. But you see what they are, right? They can be described as clean lepers, these Edomites. But they're lepers, man. All these other nations, they got melanin. Just not as much as Israelites do. When you look at Elam, you look at Moab, look at Ammon, even Ishmael, all right? They all got some melanin, all right? Esau, Edom, man. You know, what did Isaac say when he saw Esau come out of Rebecca, man? What was it? Ishashwa, wasted away is he. You see? Because, you know, the way they look is you know, let us not be as one that's half dead. That's what they said. That's what Aaron said when, you know, Miriam got you know, she got made, she got turned leprous, white as snow. You know? Was it Moses or Aaron that said that? Correct me if I'm wrong. But, you know, they said, let us not, that's in Numbers 12. They said, you know, let her not be as one that's half dead, man. Okay? So these Edomites, they're through. Alright? And they're forgers of lies. And you see, they you know, they have to lie, man. Because they're the basest of men. So, you know, they had to sell everybody the dream in order for them to come up into rulership, man. Okay. This is Revelation 1:7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so, amen. Alright, so the clouds are the chariots, man. Yahushua is going to come, you know, in his big gigantic chariot, and he's going to have the holy angels with him in their chariots, man. Alright. Hey, man, you got to read 2nd Esdras 13, man. Okay. Ain't got into that in a little while. You know. It's another precept, and then we're going to head back to the article. Acts 1. And we'll go straight to the point. Acts 1:9. And when he had spoken these things, while they beheld, he was taken up. We might as well start at 8. But we might as well start at 7. And he said unto them, it is not for you to know the times or the seasons which the Father hath put in his power, but ye shall receive power after that the Holy Spirit, the Ruach Kodesh, is come upon you, and ye shall be witnesses unto me both in Jerusalem and in all Judea and in Samaria and unto the uttermost part of the earth. So, you know, hey, we're gonna receive that spiritual power soon, man. Brothers are gonna be receiving spiritual power. Gonna be working all kind of miracles. Isaiah 59:19. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, then shall the Lord lift up a standard against them, man. That standard is that spiritual power. Okay. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. Alright, Jeremiah 51. Okay. But moving on. Verse 9. And when he had spoken these things, while they beheld, he was taken up, and a cloud, a chariot, a UFO, a IFO, right, received him out of their sight. So basically, he got abducted, man. Yahushua got abducted. And you know what? Let's see what the other translations say. Let's go to Acts 1 in the NLT. I'm curious. Acts 1:9 in the NLT, and it reads, and after saying this, he was taken up into a cloud while they were watching, and they could no longer see him. Okay, so yeah, that's basically again Yahushua, describing Yahushua being abducted. If you like, let's see one more translation. This is the GNT, the Good News Translation. Let's see what it says, man. Acts 1:9. After saying this, he was taken up to heaven as they watched him, and a cloud hid him from their sight. Yeah, so it kind of breaks it down a bit weird, but you know, I guess you can say he was taken up to heaven, as in he was being raised up, being abducted, as they watched him, and a cloud, the chariot, hid him from their sight. So then he, eventually he then reached the chariot. Then he entered the chariot. Okay, the UFO. You see. So let's go back to the article now. UFOs and their pilots might not be extraterrestrials from a distant planet at all, but spiritual entities who have inhabited Earth for as long as humanity itself. That's right, because these same angels, all right, they was there at the beginning of time, all the way back in the book of Genesis, where it reads, what does it say in the beginning? It says, it has the word God created the heavens, right? But if you go to the Hebrew, in the blue letter, the word for God is Alahayim, which, in the Hebrew, when you add the yum to the end of a word, it makes it plural. Like when you say I literally just had it in the top of my head, and then Archeum, the word ark would be like, brother, and then Archeum makes it brothers. You see? So Allahayim, because Allah is power, right? Power, God. All right, Psalms 82, for ye are gods. Okay, so Allah being God, and then Allahayim making it plural, meaning gods, powers. Okay, so in the beginning, the powers, all right, the gods made the earth, which were the angels, spearheaded by Yahushai. Okay, and Yahushai is about to reunite with those same angels that were with him back then, during creation, man, which are the elect, the 144,000. Okay, the angels which left their first estate. You see, so this stuff is deep, man. All right, this is deep, and you know what's beautiful about it is this is our heritage, man. This is our truth. This is our history. This is our heritage, man, and that's beautiful. Okay, and they want to take that away from us, man. They don't want Israel to step into their glory, man. But we're a glorious people, man. Man. Let me not look, man. Let me just keep reading, because this video gonna go in a whole nother direction, man. It says, at least that's the supernatural theory Fox News vet, one-time MSNBC host Tucker Carlson put forward this week on comedian Joe Rogan's podcast. There's a ton of evidence that they're under the ocean and under the ground, Carlson told Rogan's listeners during the... Let me read it properly. There's a ton of evidence that they're under the ocean and under the ground, Carlson told Rogan's listeners during the show's usual, sprawling 3-hour-long chat forum, adding, they've been here for a long time. And as we just, as I just went into, man, they have been here. They've been here since the beginning of time. Okay. Carlson's latest echo, increasingly common refrain from UFO-curious lawmakers, including Missouri congressmen. And also one thing about, he's talking about it going under the sea and whatnot, man. They actually have footage of a chariot that they was following, right? And then it just, for lack of a better word, just nosedived into the sea. And they couldn't see it, man. You see, that's why Esau, he wants to search the depths of the oceans, the heights of the heavens, all right? And he's just not going to be able to, man, because if he's able to, then the Most High will do away with Israel, man. But Esau, Edom, is making it his lifelong mission to do so. All right, there's just even, even though Esau Edom has got the fatness of the earth, there's still a lot of the earth that he hasn't unpacked and he doesn't understand and can't comprehend, because really it's not for him. All right, that's for Yasha Allah, man. That's for Israel when the kingdom's established. This earth is going to be completely revamped, facelifted. All right, and let's not forget, man, the scriptures say in my father's house are many mansions. You got the other planets out there. Yahweh Shai speaks about that in John 14. How do we know that? That means that in my father's house are many mansions. How do we know that that's talking about the planets, man? Well, if you go to Isaiah 66:4, it mentions how the earth is the heavenly Father's footstool, man. You go to Nahum 1:3, it says the clouds are the dust of his feet. Okay? So therefore, the universe is the heavenly Father's house, man. And it says he got many mansions. Those are talking about the planets. And that's the inheritance for Israel, man. But you see, this devil is trying to, he's trying to get the birthright. He's trying to get the blessing, man, but he can't. No matter how much he strives. Okay? So, where was I? Carlson's latest comments echo an increasingly common refrain from UFO-curious lawmakers, including Missouri Congressman Eric Burlington and his fellow GOP legislator Tim Burchett, who both compared UFOs to biblical entities in the past year. And I actually went into this article a few months back, lambacking of a video that the beloved Elder Ramar did, man. And then I had to get into the article myself, and I pretty much broke down Ezekiel chapter 1. If not the whole thing, then almost the whole thing. So, you can check that out, man. UFOs and their pilots might not be extraterrestrials from a distant planet at all, but spiritual entities who have inhabited Earth for as long as humanity itself, according to Fox News vet and one-time MSNBC host Tucker Carlson, who spoke this week at the Joe Rogan Experience. And there you have above rep, you got Tim Burchett left, and next to caucus member rep, is that his name here as well? So you got one of the people here, Tim Burchett, who also, described the UFOs, who both compared UFOs to biblical entities, all right? Because they're talking about Ezekiel 1, all right? When these devils want to, get up in the Bible and read about the quote-unquote UFOs, they run straight to Ezekiel 1, all right? Which is a heavy chapter, man, Yeah, as you see, look, the first chapter of Ezekiel is pretty clear of a UFO sighting. Rep Burchett told reporters in January of 2023, ahead of his push to bring UFO whistleblowers to testify before Congress last summer. Whenever I use the term angels, added Rep Burlington, who has been privy to classified briefings on the UFO phenomena. So really, they know more than the average Joe, man. Because you see all this, when you see all this UFO footage and that, and you're thinking you're seeing something, man. Trust me, these devils, man, these higher ups, they done seen some shit. All right, trust me, the Most High done shown them something, that they don't bring out to the public. That's why they classify these files, and then eventually some are made declassified. Some ain't going to be declassified until many years ahead, which we ain't going to reach. So these devils, they know, man. They know that they got a big problem on their hands. That's why you had that. Who was that? Was it a US president? Somewhere in the 70s or something, man? Talking about, well, if we had a foreign entity or something to that effect, that was warring against us, wouldn't we settle our differences and come together? You know? And that's pretty much what's going to happen, man, because that's prophecy. You know, Michael and his angels fought against the dragon and his angels and prevailed not. Alright? The dragon prevailed not. That's talking about Esau and his, you know, his military fighter jets. Alright? And ultimately, just Esau in general, man. They're not going to prevail against Yahweh Shai and the angels, man. Alright? Whenever I use the term angels, added Rep Burlinson, who has been privy to classified briefings on the UFO phenomena, to me, it's synonymous with an extra dimensional being. Because they can come into this dimension and go into to another dimension, man. Go into the spiritual world and enter into the, you know, the earthly world, man. They can just switch in and out. It says, Tucker Carlson appeared to earnestly co-sign these notions on his April 19 podcast appearance, while pleading ignorance on many unanswered questions surrounding the issue, now more commonly called unidentified anomalous phenomena, or UAP. So they're coming up with all these different titles for what they are, rather than just saying they're the chariots of the Lord and the angels are the ones that travel around in these vehicles. Alright? They already established that is written in the Bible. They already know exactly where to go to find scriptures, you know, to support that these UFOs have always been here. Right? And they still want to call, oh, that's a UAP. Oh, that's a UAP. You've identified it, man. You identified it in the scriptures, man. You see this devil? How is it you're going to call it a UFO and you just shown that you've identified it in the scriptures, bro? IFOs, identified flying objects, man. Just call it what it is, man. A chariot. Okay? And there ain't no aliens that travel in them, man. You can say alien in the fact that they might be foreign, you know, alien in the term of, you know, it's foreign, man, because it's like, even, you know, the scriptures use that word, man. You know, you go, let's say, you know, like a Jake, a black man in Italy. You know, let's use a better example, man. You know, like you have a, you know, a nigger in China. All right, not to say it ain't Jake down there, but I mean, you know, you be kind of alien, man. You know, they're not used to like seeing your face like that. Same way the world ain't used to seeing these angels and their vehicles, man. Alright, but they're seeing the vehicles more though. Alright. The Most High, he you know, he's beginning to visit the world which he made. Okay. He said they're from here and they've been here for thousands of years, absolutely. Not millions. Because the earth is only about 14,000 years old. Alright. Carlson said, wherever they are. You see, and then you see, then they go on, they tell you what it is, and then they're telling you whatever they are, man. You see how Esau is he's the master of confusion, man. You know, the scriptures say how the Most High is not an author of confusion. And it's pretty clear to me that they're spiritual entities, he continued, whatever that means. Right, you're going to find out what that means, boy. The veteran broadcaster explained that by supernatural, he meant that the beings were above the observable nature and that they don't behave according to the laws of science, because they're able to just, like, a chariot can just zoom past you full speed, like, boy. Man know about speed, but like, yo, the speed of a chariot, that's on a different level, man. Alright, and then like on top of that, it can just stop in an instant. Here it is, you're flying down the M-way, 100 plus or whatever. Now you need to, you know, now you're trying to stop. You know, you have, what you call that? What do they call it, man? Braking distance. All right. You gotta, you know, cover that braking distance, man. You gotta accommodate for that when you're speeding. But the chariot, man, it can just flying. It can just be flying, man, full speed, and then just stop in an instant, man. Just in the air. You know, Esau's planes can't do that. Esau's plane needs to keep momentum to stay afloat. Otherwise, what's gonna happen, man? It's gonna nosedive, go down. But the chariot can just zip through the air and then just stop abruptly, man. Can just chill there. Can just levitate, descend, ascend or descend. You know, like you can just do all kind of things that's just not within the laws of science, man. Okay. The veteran broadcaster explained that by supernatural, he meant that the beings were above... Okay, I read that. With that fact set, Carlson put it theoretically, what do you conclude? Earlier in 2004, Rogan commented on Carlson's growing public interest in UFOs, wondering ahead of Carlson's appearance on his program, what does he know? But speculation linking UFOs to religious visitations and or theories about interdimensional beings have been a recurring feature within the discourse on the topic since the early 20th century, man. And I think this is apparently meant to be Mary, man. Above the 16th century painting titled The Madonna with Saint Giovannino, believed to be the work of Italian Renaissance artist Domenico Ghirlandaio. Some believe the painting includes a reference to ancient UFOs with a sky-bound object seen above the Virgin Mary's left shoulder. See, so this is apparently meant to be the Virgin Mary, right? Over her left shoulder, right? You know, you got white girl Mary, you know. Forget Becky, you know, you got white girl Mary, allegedly, you know, but then in the painting, you got the UFO, man. Okay, the chariot. So going to show you that these have always been here since the beginning of time, man, and there's not no new technology. The chariots are old. All right, but even with me saying that, like, the technology of the chariot and its capability far outweighs Esau Edom's technologies by galaxies, man. You know, so Esau don't stand a chance against, you know, fighting the Yahweh Shai and his angels, man. Okay. Let's see. It says here he paired 1180 encounters with luminous flying earthenware vessels and reported over Japan. Roman accounts of hovering shields and Native American stories of baskets from heaven to argue a continuity with modern flying saucer cases, man. All praises unto Yahweh Shemiel Shai, man. So these so-called chariots have been here since the beginning of time, man. And Esau Edom is trying to make it seem like, you know, well, he can't even... Hey, man, Esau's being exposed on all levels anyway, man. So this truth is coming out. And it's beautiful. And this is our power, man. This is our history. This is for us, man. Lord willing, we be of the elect. The chariots of our salvation. You know, let's Let's bring a few precepts on that, man. It's Revelation 15 and 2. And I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of the Most High. Right? Because we're going to be in the chariots above the earth's atmosphere, above the firmament, beholding the destruction of Babylon the Great. Okay, so these chariots, you know, we've always had a spiritual connection to them. That's why, you know, in the plantation field, you know, they had songs like Swing Low, Sweet Chariot that were made because, you know, the slaves would see these chariots, man, these so-called UFOs, and they understood what they were. Even, who was it, Christopher Columbus? He knew what they were. St. Elmo's fire, they described it as. You know, that's how they was able to take Jake from the west coast of Africa predominantly over to the Americas, man. Alright, because you had the chariot, which they described as St. Elmo's fire, that they followed to the land of Americas, man. Even when Yahushua was born, you had the three wise men, you know, the nursery, primary school stories that, oh yeah, they followed a star that led them to Yahushua. Well, that star is actually talking about a chariot. So these so-called flying saucers, UFOs, IFOs, whatever you want to call them, UAP, whatever, they've always been around, man. And they are linked to the nation of Israel, the people you despise, the people you fire first and hire last. You know, the people you don't respect, man. The people you give no reverence. The people you mistreat. All right, those so-called UFOs you see up in the clouds, up in the skies. All right, they tied in with the Israelites, man. But at the moment, right now, they only tied in with the elect of the nation of Israel. Okay. What was another precept I wanted to bring up? Isaiah 26. Isaiah 26 and 20. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself as it were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpast. What's the indignation? And what is indignation? Firstly, is righteous anger. Now, the indignation that's going to have to overpass is the destruction of Babylon the Great, aka America. Okay? We're going to have to hide ourselves. We're going to have to be hid with Yahushai and the rest of the elect in the chariot. All right? Above the heavens. Above earth. Okay? Beholding its destruction. And you know, wait for the fire to die down, which, hey, man, that could take, you know, we could be talking about a couple years, man. You know, 200 million missiles to pelt one place. Hey, man, that's going to be immense. That's going to be some immense burning, man. That's why Malachi 4:1 says, for the day shall come that shall burn as an oven. Okay? Most ain't no one to play with, man. That's why we got to do the work. Okay? 21. For behold, the Lord cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. The earth also shall disclose her blood, and shall no more cover her slain. Right, so, you know, we don't want to be a part of this destruction, man. We don't want to be a part of this suffering. So, you know, we got to put our best foot forward in this thing, man. Alright, let's see what else we got here, man. Just took me right to the top. See if there's anything more. Yeah, they're trying to talk about a UFO crashed, man. That's some bullshit. You know, you're talking about ancient technology, right? You got guys that they don't want to drive the car if it's a 64 plate. It's a 14 plate, a 13 plate, which if you're not from the UK, that just means like the car, you know, the year the car was made. So if you got a 14 plate, number plate, you know, 14 on the number plate, it means the car was made in 2014. Then you got like the 64, which is like later on in the year of 2014 and even just a bit of 2015. You know, I think they do it according to the financial year. Whatever, man. You get the point. So yeah, they don't want to drive the car because it's a 13 plate, it's a 14 plate, whatever, man. That's too old for them. But you're dealing with technology where these chariots were made, you know, from the beginning, and they still supersede the technology of today, man. You know? But similar arguments linking UFOs to demonic entities. Damn. Where was it? Yeah, but similar arguments linking UFOs to demonic entities or angelic miracles have also been made in less scholarly form on cable TV shows like Ancient Aliens and by online conspiracy theorists and evangelical Christians, among others. You know, these are the angels, alright? The editor of Phenomena magazine, Brian Allen, to cite one account, spoke to Anglican pastor Ray Boesch, who claims that a faction within the Pentagon deeply believes that UFOs are the product of demonic forces. Get the fuck out of here, you stupid fucking devils, man. Here it is, you're the ones that speak with these demons on the left-hand side, man. You know that these are the angels of the Lord, bro. Trying to deceive the people, man. See this crafty devil, man. It's a crafty, you know. The Defense Intelligence Agency were looking at this demonic element, and they labeled these sorts of aliens as non-human entities, Allen said. They believe that there was a demonic component to the UFO phenomenon. They are not invading us. It's biblical. Well, yeah, it's biblical that these UFOs are gonna come and rain on your parade, bro. That's what's biblical. Like, you know what I mean? Let's get it. Isaiah 66 and 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots and with his UFOs like a whirlwind to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. You see? So these chariots are coming to destroy your world, man. Coming to destroy your kingdom and deliver the elect of the nation of Israel. Okay? There was a precept that came to mind, man. And it just escaped me. So lucky, man. You know, scripture say how they shall wear out the saints, man. You know, we tired out here, man. But through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, it came back. The word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Zechariah 5 and 1, and it reads, Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll, which is a chariot, a UFO, again. Alright, so these UFOs, man, they're being described, man. Being getting written about. This is the Old Testament. And he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. Then said he unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. So these chariots are going to invade the whole earth. Alright? For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side, according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side, according to it, man. Okay? So Esau is the ultimate thief, man. He stole the Most High's jewels, his people, the Israelites, and he's moving like ancient Pharaoh, which really he's moving like modern day Pharaoh. No, Salake, he's moving like ancient Pharaoh in terms of the point that, in the fact that he don't want to let the Most High's people go, man. We're still yet this day in our captivity. All right, we still slaving under this devil, man. That loose not the house of the prisoners. What's that? Isaiah 14. Okay. Verse 4. I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, you see, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name. You committed blasphemy of the Holy Spirit, so it's talking about Esau. And it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof, and the stones thereof. Alright, so when these chariots come to, when they come to invade Esau Edom's world, man, Esau Edom is going to be through. Okay? These chariots are going to consume the land of Babylon the Great, aka America, along with those nuclear missiles, man. Okay? So there's many scriptures you can go into in the Bible that describes these chariots, man. And we just picked out but a few. There's many more. And these are just a few, man. Okay? And Esau Edom, he knows that he's through. This is spelling the downfall of his kingdom, man. Alright, and also what I wanted to do, I wanted to Zechariah 5 and this is the GNT, which really we can read it in the NLT first, just for edification, man. See what it says. Zechariah 5 and 1 NLT. I looked up again and saw a scroll flying through the air again, a chariot. What do you see? The angel asked. I see a flying roll, I replied. It appears to be about 30 feet long and 15 feet wide. So this chariot was quite big. Okay. Then he said to me, this scroll contains the curse that is going out over the entire land. One side of the scroll says that those who shall steal will be banished from the other land. The other side says those who shall swear falsely will be banished from the land. So, you see sometimes the NOT be tweaking, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what the GNT says, man. But really, you can liken it onto, basically the chariots is coming to both deliver and to destroy. Okay? Zechariah 5 and 1. I looked again, and this time I saw a scroll flying through the air. The angel asked me what I saw. I answered, a scroll flying through the air. It is 30 feet long and 15 feet wide. Again, see, chariot, man. Then he said to me, on it is written the curse that is to go out over the whole land. On one side of the scroll, it says that every thief will be removed from the land. And on the other side, it says that everyone who tells lies on the oath will be taken away. So basically, this dispels the complete end of Esau Edom's structure and rulership and dominion. Alright, Esau Edom is through. Right? The Lord Almighty says that he will send this curse out. And what's the curse, man? The curse is those chariots invading your kingdom. When Yahushua cracks them clouds with the holy angels, that is a curse unto the ungodly. That goes for 2/3 of the nation of Israel, which Sakari are in the USA. America, I almost said the UK, man. You know, a man slipping with the tongue, but not in his heart. You know, the 2/3 are in the land of America, Babylon the Great. Okay, and that's where the major deliverance and destruction is going to take place. Okay. So the chariots invading this world is a curse unto those who are outside of the truth. If you ain't a part of the elect, the chariots coming are a curse unto you, man. And it will enter into the house of every thief and the house of everyone who tells lies on the oath. It will remain in their houses and leave them in ruins. Alright, so, hey, man. This place is going to be completely destroyed, man. Eradicated. Alright. So, yeah, man, I just kind of wanted to touch on that article, man. I thought it was pretty interesting. Bring out a few precepts, you know, back up the point and show that, you know, we have the truth, man. And this is our heritage. This is our history. These angels are our brothers. The angels are our brothers. And they're going to fight for us, man. And they protect us daily. You know, Psalms 34:7. The angel of the Lord encampeth around them that fear him. They're recording everything we do. They're watching over us, man. They report back to the Heavenly Father. Alright, so, you know, we don't see them, but hey, man, you know, we're surrounded by angels, man. Okay, but yeah, man, I'm gonna leave it there, man. So I pray, Lord willing, this lesson has been edifying. And until the next time, I say shalom.